podcast listeners, if you hear my voice right now, I need you to do something for me. I want you to take out your phone or on your computer, go to Apple Podcasts, search for Ask Your Oldhead podcast. You'll see my logo, my little picture, my little image there. Find the show. Please rate and write a review. It's a small thing, but it helps others find this work and find what I'm doing here. And it really, really matters, as small as that may seem. So if you could please do that before we get into the show, I would much appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Let's get into it. Peace.
Well, make me get something just in case, because now you keep saying it. You feel me? You keep saying it. You're going to make me get parched just because.
Peace. This is the Ask Your Oldhead podcast with Justice Rajee and my guest, Carlton Slater.
Mm-hmm. Hello, everybody.
Peace, Carlton. How you feeling?
You know what it is. I'm just trying to make it do what it do.
All right, baby. We're going to get rolling. So first thing I always start with is you want to give a shout out, reverence, love, respect to somebody that means something to you.
Man, I show love to myself right now. If it comes later on and I want to show some love to somebody else, besides you, I do appreciate the invite.
All right.
You've always been somebody I've got a lot of love for. So at this moment in time, I'm going to give a shout out to you.
Oh, appreciate you.
We
man.
appreciate you, fam.
Thank you. So, first question.
What's up with it?
Can you give me a standard or practice, something that you try to do in how you move through the world?
Man, for me, a standard practice that I have daily is just to show love and respect to everybody, no matter what. Even if somebody's disrespectful to me, I don't let that affect, the way I move, so to speak. Some people, get treated like a jerk and they want to flash back. I don't let nobody take my sunshine. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And for me, I'm blessed and I feel happy daily just to wake up. And I literally wake up every morning, I look up to the sky and I say, good looking out, After that, man, it's just on me.
Okay.
So, people see me smiling all the time, and, man, that is literally me.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So do you have an experience or something that happened to you or something you've experienced that got you where you could stay in that space most of the time?
Man, not really an experience. It's just a matter of just me as a person in life. Mm-hmm. I'm a left-handed Pisces, so, and I got ADD, so, I don't, let's be real, fam. So a lot of stuff I literally forget moments after it happens. If we being real, you know what I'm saying? So if somebody comes by, and the funny part is my wife has been there so many times where, like, somebody could be rude to me or something like that, and she'll be like, man, you're not gonna say nothing? I'm like, man, I'm not worried about them people, especially if it's somebody that's, I'm kind of a big little dude, so I'm not concerned with the physical aspect of it, you know what I'm saying? But if we're not gonna argue all day, man, so, I usually just hit him with a man, if I got my face, oops, excuse my language, but, I usually hit him with that and then just keep it pushing, Yeah. It's like I got time for that, man.
Most definitely. So, relationships, broadly defined.
Right.
What's something that you've learned that now, where you at in life, that maybe you understood differently when you were a younger man?
Relationship-wise, well, I can discuss the wife thing real quick. So me and my wife, Robin, we've been together 30 straight years, married for 20, I don't know. We often look at each other like, I gotta think what year is this. So we've been married for 24 years, straight 30. What I've learned is just, in relationship-wise, man, compromise is key. Like, literally, man, I don't like arguing. I don't like negativity at all. So, and being married for so long, man, you just got to bow down. Like, for real. Because she's never going to be wrong. Even when she knows she's wrong. And she'll come back later, about 2 hours later, and be like, I was wrong. But in that moment, man, save yourself and just let it go. For real. Yeah, so it's just kind of a bow down, man. Just like you right. And she knows she wrong. Word. So it's just more of a compromise, baby.
Indeed. Now, here's something else in there, though.
Speak on.
Because when you said, like, like the coming back later, right?
Oh, yeah.
So like almost there's something to also the being committed, and being with each other, where you're like, all right, I could wait this one out. I can come back talk about this later, or is it like at what point do you remember a point where you realize that you didn't necessarily have an interest in exiting this situation, so therefore it was better to roll with it?
Well, I can say one thing about her. She banks on the fact that I got ADD, you know? And, man, truth be told, I'll forget.
Or
Like, I kid you not, fam. I'll make it be something so simple as, like, a disagreement. I like to get it over it quick. I'm one of those people, man. If I F up, man, you know what I'm saying? I never try to push it. I'm like, you know what? I fucked up. 100%. You're right. Cool. Let's move on.
Yeah.
I'm one of them, man. Let's just dead it. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something she did, you know, she knows. She's like, okay, this nigga gonna forget, so I ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something real serious, she will come back later and be like, hey, Carlton, man, I want to apologize for earlier. And then 9 times out of 10, I'm like, okay, what are you talking about? You know, because like I said, ADD didn't kick in. So I'm like, I tell him, man, don't even trip on that, man. I forgot all about that, you know? So, man, you know, that's how I move.
Indeed. Now, Addis, I'm out there being together 30 years, and I'm, what year is this? I'm in like 22? 22 knowing, 20 of officially being together.
Hey, once you get past a certain point, you just forget.
Like, it's been a long time, man.
Straight up.
Is there, and so I wonder sometimes, because I often hear people go like, oh, well, relationships ain't like what they used to be, and which I think is mostly bullshit.
It is, 100%.
But is there, to those who have not been in a long relationship, is there something that you would want to share that you find, I guess, special about your own relationship?
Man, you just got to be friends. Like, literally. I mean, I've heard the same thing, you know, people, oh, man, I can't make it work. Oh, we didn't last. I'm like, man, that's y'all fault. Mm-hmm. You know, truth be told, man, you got to, if you're going to shack up with somebody, man, not you know, in a physical aspect, it could be emotional. Man, it got to be somebody that you click with, you know, somebody that you're in tune with. For me and Robin, I mean, we've known each other since middle school, you know, so Harriet Tubman days, and then from there to Jeff, but we didn't get together until high school. But I knew of her, you know, being in the same schools. I mean, we weren't like friends, but we knew of each other's crews and all that stuff. So I knew of her, just like she knew of me. And then when we finally did get together, man, it was just something that it was natural, and it's been natural ever since. Yeah.
Peace, man.
Hey, you know what it is.
You know what I mean? So, right now, in your life, what is something that's just what's real important to you right now?
Man, happiness. Like, for real. I strive on happiness, man. I strive on good energy. I strive on good people. I mean, if you into that negative shit, man, please get the fuck away from me, man. I hate pessimists. I hate people like that, man. It could be something as simple as, oh, man, the game's tomorrow, this and that. You know, man, they're going to do good. You know what I'm saying? And that one person, it's always that one person. Oh, man, they're going to lose. Man, where the hell does that come from? You know, I hate that, man. I swear for God, it's just like, man, what? This that whole attitude of just not good, you know? Like I said, man, I'm happy just to wake up because a lot of people don't.
Indeed.
You feel me?
Indeed.
Yeah.
So what are some aspects of happiness? Because something I've always, at least I said early in my own relationship, or maybe I came to understand it first, is I want you to be happy.
Yeah.
And I want myself to be. And then in life in general, I want to be happy.
Exactly.
But I decided, or somewhere in there, I came to understanding that, like, I can't make other people happy.
Understand.
Right? But I might be able to set up some parameters, some windows.
I know exactly
where
what you're talking
happiness
about.
can
You
go.
got to find your own happiness.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what are some things that you try to do to keep yourself in that happy energy, in that positive energy?
Man, I literally what keeps me happy is, like I said before, I surround myself with it. I'm one of those people. I'm happy even if it's raining, you know. And if I could just start to feel negativity coming from any direction, man, I just literally start to exit. Like, I kid you not, man. No disrespect to anybody around me, but if we're in a conversation, group of people, whatever, and the negativity starts coming out, and just, oh man, that's after, oh man, I can't do this. Oh man, okay, well man, you can make it. I'm one of those motherfuckers. I always encourage people, like no matter what, man. You'll never hear me hate on somebody. I've never been like that, man. I'm one of those people. If I disagree with anything you got to say or something like that, that's on you. I'm not going to judge you for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want you to be 100%, you know what I'm saying, in my mind, to be like we think the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this world is full of different people, and I love it for that. But if you want some just completely just negative, I'm going to cut the conversation short and be like, all right, well, it's good to see you, fam. You know what I'm saying? All right, then. You know,
you'll play the Stevie Wonder music on like,
man, you gotta hit him with the all right, then. You know what I'm saying?
All right, yo, I gotta. You know what I mean? I gotta.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got this call. I gotta,
absolutely. I'm out.
Phone up, like,
give a pound and be like, all right, then. You know what I'm saying? And I do it all the time. You know, but it's respectfully. Yeah. So you don't realize, okay, this dude's trying to. No, it's all good. But man, you too negative, man. I don't need that around me, man. Soaking up that bad energy. That ain't my thing, fam.
Yeah, I know. It's actually, I mean, I can speak to my time knowing you that you always. I've never seen you be discouraging to somebody.
Hell no, man. You know what I'm saying?
Even if it was sort of they was on thin ice. What they was talking about, you still like, hey man, it could work. Hey, as long as you got breath in you, it can work, fam. For real, you got action. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. A dude told me yesterday, man. Say I'm a bowler. A lot of people clown me. I don't give a fuck all y'all. I bowl. You know what I'm saying? And I threw a bad ball yesterday. I was like, oh damn. You know what I'm saying? And then my dude came up and he said, hey man, as long as you breathing, you got action. And I said straight up. It meant, I mean, he didn't realize what he said to me, but for me, it resonated, you know, because it's exactly how I feel. And I was like, oh, cool, man, you know. So, yeah, man, as long as you're breathing, you got action. All right. And that's real talk, man. You brought up bowling, man. I'm going to ask you a question.
What's up, talk to me.
I'm not really good at bowling, man.
Right.
I have no consistency. I could bowl. Right. I could throw with each arm. I've tried, bro. Sometimes the left is a little more accurate, but
what feels better for you, left or the right?
Left feels a little better, but it get tired.
Are you left-handed or right-handed when you're right?
Right-handed.
Okay.
But I do a lot of other stuff with my left hand, like shooting and
understand.
And
so you both. Okay.
So I got a little bit over here.
Okay.
All right, man. Because I seen you bowl, and you know sometimes my own sense of self, I try to not be how you say negative because other people is better than me or something. But also I'm competitive, so I'll be like I want to win, but I'm not good at this. All right. So long setup to a simple question. Could you give a brother that wants to get better at bowling a tip? Can you give me a pro tip of some kind?
Oh, man, it's just practice.
Practice.
Literally practice, bro. Like for me, I mean, for years, I would go every Sunday, put on my headphones, and I talk to nobody and just bowl. Literally about 10, 12, 13 games in a row. And I can bowl. I don't get tired, you know? And to this day, when I bowl 3 different leagues, man. You know, Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday. And for me, it's fun. I don't let that shit stress me. I put my headphones in, and I just go to a happy place listening to whatever. And the playlist could jump from old school NWA, Ice Cube, to Nirvana, to Flock of Seagulls, to U2. It literally will jump across the board, man. You know what I'm saying? Depends how I'm feeling at that moment. But it is literally just practice, man, and it's just do it for the fun. Because if you sit out there and do it enough, man, you'll start to see yourself, and then you just adjust and correct yourself. You know, it's not that hard, man. It's just you can, man. Come on, man.
I mean, like I said, I'm streaky.
Yeah.
Like you bump the thing.
Yeah, it's all out.
I get streaky, and so I'll have like one frame where I'm like, oh man, I'm
one good
down.
ball.
Like, I'm knocking down.
One good ball.
And then it's like the second one might be solid. Then it might go.
Yeah,
a little, you know what I mean?
That's mental.
I move my fingers like this.
Yeah,
and it starts shaking up on me.
Yeah, that's all mental, man. You just got to bring yourself back. That's all it is, man. Yeah, man. And you know what? Come roll with me, fam. I get it in. Like literally.
You then. I'm good.
And guess what? We roll, and it's I bowl in 2 leagues. One league is like 90-some% white, but the other 2 is like, man, at least 60% black. Oh. And the one on Saturday is like 90% black.
For real?
Oh yeah, so it's hella fun. Man. You feel me?
I might have to pop up.
We get it in.
Because that brings me to another point. You born and raised here in Portland, right? Or raised here?
I was raised here. I'm originally from LA.
LA, all right. Yeah, that's right. You told me that. All right.
So I can actually say, you know, Compton. That's the weirdest. I can actually say that, man. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I think we've shared some stories about that. None that we're not going to talk about right now.
Oh, man.
But maybe. But growing up here, right, and then being someone that's moved here, like myself.
Right. Pittsburgh. Was it Pittsburgh?
Well, moved from Pittsburgh to here, but I'm from New Jersey.
Okay, Richmond, I remember. Right? Okay.
So, but sometimes there's assumptions about the black experience in Portland that I have not found to be true.
Okay.
Right? Yes, there are less black people, maybe in aggregate, than some other cities.
There are.
But the sense that, like, black people don't be with black people, or, like, there's not black things happening.
Yeah.
So what's something in your experience living here that you think sometimes you feel people get wrong about Portland and being black in Portland?
The same thing. Well, the first thing is when folks do come here, it'll be there are none here. Mm-hmm. You know, we are spread out. We used to be extremely centralized in Northeast Portland years ago, and then gentrification started pushing everybody out. And the thing used to be, I'll move to the suburbs, but it was just like, that was just Gresham. You know what I'm saying? That ain't really no suburbs. So what you think, you're moving to Knott's Landing or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Or this cul-de-sac, you know? So, but that was way back in the day. So now everybody's literally just spread out. But then when folks do come here, and I do meet a lot of people coming here from different, parts of the country, like when you first came. And the same thing would be, man, there's nobody here. Or when they do see, black people, they'll either get two different greetings. And I've seen this 100 times. They'll either get the greeting of, hey, okay, hey, and then just push it. Keep it pushing, like kind of pay them no mind. Mm-hmm. Or they'll get the greeting like I give when I see somebody there, somebody black, new to the city, because I can tell. You're not from here. I can just tell by the way you dress, by the way you're carrying yourself, that you're not from here. Mm-hmm. So I'll always introduce myself, and then when I find out you're not from here, I show love. And I always tell them, welcome. If you haven't heard it yet, welcome. And they'll always say, man, black people have they don't talk to me. I'm like, oh, you expect that, because a lot of black people here, they want to play that role, and they want to, they want to, so to speak, I want to be cool for master, so to speak, and I hate that aspect of it, man. I want to be cool, and I got to put on the front for massa, and they don't show love to each other, and I hate that, man. So for me, I show love to everybody, and when they come here, I tell them welcome. Just in case you haven't heard it yet,
Yeah, I think I always think about this city, this area, but also myself, like, moving in it. Right? And, like, what my motivations for coming this way were, and then, like, trying someplace new, and I realize I'm an outlier in certain things.
Right.
Attitude-wise, where, I like where I grew up, but I have no, like, enduring, like, I have to go back and like, I'm like, I hope it all works out over there. But I'm good.
I understand.
I'm saying? I'm on the road.
Me too.
I'm saying? Like, I've built the world. I'm going this way, and I'm gonna build something somewhere else.
But I'm headed elsewhere, fam. I can dig it.
But the figuring this place out, and, like, understanding people, and then especially moving through that as a man, and, like, you got dudes, like, some people look at you like competition.
Oh, that's always absolutely.
And other dudes, I don't know, they just weird. Like, I don't, they got other stuff going on. I don't know what they got happening. Why do you talk like that? But the other piece, though, is there are people that are like, it's almost like they've been waiting for other people to come. They're like, hey, you're a new person.
We get excited.
What up with it, though? You know what I'm saying? And,
that's
like,
want
to bring you in, want to welcome you to the community. What do you think for you? I mean, you already shared, like, you just sort of been a positive individual. Is there anything that you think specifically about either how you was raised or your experience growing up that made you want to have that type of approach to things?
Man, I think just me growing up, when I first moved here to Oregon, what brought me to Oregon was the divorce. My mom and dad got divorced. So dad's side of the family, L.A., mom's side from up here. So coming up here, my mother put me in a all-white school, literally. So I went to a school called Chapman Elementary. It's downtown. I mean, it is the epitome of everybody was wearing damn Lacoste and penny loafers and polo. It was just one of those schools. It was preppy. It was just all the way. So I was there from first grade to fifth grade. And there was, let's just say, there was not a very welcoming feeling.
Mm-hmm.
But I was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what I was. And there was one black teacher there, Miss Smith. And she is from Louisiana. And she came up here literally just to teach. And she made sure I was welcome.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give love to Miss Smith. I don't know where she is and all that now, but I'm giving all my love to Miss Smith. And since then, I have always just been, I see you, I got love for you. And that just is what it is. So I remember when you first came, when we first started working way back at CI, and you were new to the town, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I've never seen this dude. Who's this cat? You know what I'm saying? So I remember when we first started, politic and introduction, I was like, okay, cool. Good dude. What's up with it? You know what I'm saying? And we've been cool ever since.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
We was back in the back.
We called that the dungeon. We was in the dungeon, fam. Straight up.
Good times, man.
Yeah, it was.
It was interesting too. You brought up like the people that come through your life that do something for you, right. And sometimes that leads to, at least for me, I think it leads to, you can take it and you go, all right, I want to be like that for somebody else.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Or, you know what I mean? Depending on you, or sometimes take you some other ways. But that's the way I think for me, because I had a similar experience, not the profoundly white classroom part.
Yeah.
I grew up in New Jersey. And that was not the case.
Understand.
But the teacher that has an impactful role and like looks out for you. You know what I'm saying? Now I know you're a father.
Yes.
Of multiple children, so you probably have a lot of experience with teacher identification.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right? Is there anything you've learned about as a parent, going into a school, and where your children are going to be, that's helped you to be, I guess a judge of is this person good for my kids? Is there anything that you've learned, any tips you would want to share from your experience as a multiple child parent?
So one thing I have learned, my wife and I, throughout the years, is that patience when it comes to dealing with teachers. Because the expectation is, from all these educators, is that first, when it's a black child in the school, from them, I'm just going to speak to my experience. I don't know everybody else's. Mm-hmm. But what I've learned throughout all the years, my last child, Corbin, he's a senior now in high school. So the expectation of, let's just say, anybody in the education system when it comes to a child of color is one-parent household. Mm-hmm. So that has to be explained damn near to every goddamn teacher. I shit you not, man. The parent, oh, okay. Well, are you in contact with his mother? I'm like, you mean my wife? But then the look on their face is like, or if they call or something like that, or they talk to Corbin or all my kids in the school, there's always the expectation of, single, it's a broken home, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And it's more of a surprise when, my kids tell them, no, mom and dad, they married. Oh, but is it your stepmom or something? No, it's my real mom. Oh, is it your real dad? Yes, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We've been married.
That's my people.
You feel me? It's like, man, why is that like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a surprise for you. Do you have that same surprise when it comes to white kids? Mm-hmm. So for me and my wife, it's always been the patience aspect of it. Just be patient. Don't assume that the expectation is we're not together. But then when we get there for anything, that is always the case. And I just want to cut some of these teachers down sometimes. But I mean, it's just, I guess it might just be a sign of the times, just society in general, man. But then again, it's a lot of stereotypes too, man. Stop assuming, like there's no black families. Mm-hmm. I hate that, man. Stop assuming there's not a black family.
Yeah, it actually is something that's been grating. I mean, it's in the ethos of me starting to do this podcast but it is these things that we repeat about ourselves.
Yes.
Right? That may be true for certain people in certain situations, but they are not broadly, the majority, everybody is this their situation. And, and particularly, because I think, let me know if you feel this, similar to folks being negative about, and because there's a certain sense of like clearing out the rest of the world when you can be negative, like, yeah, man, it ain't gonna work out anyway. So then you can just prepare for the worst.
Yeah,
and
you
just
set
enjoy
yourself
the
up for
worst,
failure.
Right? Similarly, like people find a weird, like joy and going, well, our families is destroyed. And then I'd be like, wasn't you just at your family Thanksgiving?
You know what I'm saying?
They'd be like, well, yeah, but, we wasn't happy. I'm like, well, why'd you go?
Man, you know what I'm saying?
Like, y'all was all there. Y'all keep y'all keep meeting up. I think it's still a family.
I think it's still a family. Whatever goes on in between that is up to y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can say this. I mean, there's beef. I mean, everybody's family has beef. Yeah. And, like, the older generation after me, like my mom and all her sisters, they beefing right now. And they've been beefing for a few years now. And it's just like, man, y'all too old for that. You know what I'm saying? And it's the weirdness of it, man. But now that I'm old, I'm almost 50. And so I see a lot more of the stuff that's going on with my mom and her sisters. And for me, it's just like, man, y'all need to let that ride, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my sisters, man, we cool. Every now and then, you got the sibling rivalry, beef and all that. But for me, I dead it immediately because I don't want to get with my two sisters the way I see my mom with her, like, 5 sisters. And it just be it's the dumb shit. I'm like, they try to, now that I'm older,
They can't hide it.
They can't hide it. You know what I'm saying? And so where before they would not speak around me, now they'll speak. And I'm like, hey, no. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. We ain't doing that, y'all. We cool. Let's be cool. It ain't nothing like it's going to get physical.
Yeah.
But y'all ain't going to argue around me. It's like, what the hell, man? I don't want that. I don't want to see y'all. Women I've looked up to my entire life. You know what I'm saying? Beefing over what? You know what I'm saying? And then when I find the reason, I'm like, for real?
Well, the wild thing about family is family they'll be mad about a family trip.
Yeah.
30, 40 years ago.
Oh my God, you spoke to my family. Where they were
supposed to be like, somebody was supposed to go, but this person didn't go, or you brought, the dude I liked, you went on a date with him and they like still mad, or I wanted to go. Yeah, I mean, like you wanted to go to the concert. Yeah. But you didn't get to go to the concert because and you'd be like, you still mad
still
about?
Beefing over, bro. You spoke to my family. I swear for God, man, we went on a family reunion when I'm in high school, mind you, 16 years old. Everybody decided, let's drive to Texas. Bastrop, Texas, a little town right outside of Austin. Man, we all packed up and drove. Took us 3 days and some change. But in that 3 days and some change, man, love changes and best friends become strangers, man. You feel me? Let's take it back to that old Nas lyric, man. And ever since then, it's just been little beef. Okay, I'm not talking to this no person no more. And I'm like, man, y'all was cousins, y'all was sisters, y'all was Now it's just like, see you at Christmas. But shit has been grimy since that trip, bro. And I'm like, I can't believe that. You know what I'm saying? And then they go back to, I remember when we was 12. I'm like, you 70 now. You talking about something when you was 12?
Hey, man.
You feel me?
It be forever.
And I'm like, beef be forever, fam.
But family takes work. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
one of the things
exactly.
I think, you know what I mean? And I say that as I was the youngest, and then my uncle had 2 more kids.
Right.
I can say, like, my grandparents on my mom's side, like, little nucleus.
Yeah.
But I got cousins. I'll be trying to catch up with them.
Right.
I'll be, to the best I can. I want to live 3,000 miles away and all.
Yeah.
But I'll be like, hey, when I'm, and then sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you
I
don't.
know, but I'm hopeful that in time, we won't let ourselves get, to.
But your heart is there, though.
Yeah.
Your heart is there. See, mine is in the city, fam. So let me tell you the dynamics of mine, which I fucking hate. Excuse my language again.
That's all good.
So, like, with my cousins, everybody used to be extremely cool. But, like, if my mom is beefing with her sister, guess what?
They mad at you.
My cousins, all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, are taking sides with, and I'm like, hey, man, that ain't got nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
You feel me? But for some reason, they'll be like, well, my mom got beef with your mom real quick, so I think I got beef with you. No, nigga. Let them handle theirs. You know what I'm saying? Me and you, we've always been cool. So I hate that aspect of it, too, though, man. But it's like, I got to choose sides, or I got to take my mom's side. No, there are no sides. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Yeah. Like, literally, we ain't got nothing to do with their beef.
Yeah,
but I feel that, though. You know what I'm saying? But I still let them know it's all love.
Yeah, but I think it's the, when we get to that public aspect, when people be like, oh, we ain't got no families. And
yeah.
I be like, look, man, families got stuff happening.
Yeah.
Everybody family.
Exactly.
Got some stuff happening.
Exactly.
We live in a situation that isn't always conducive to your family being on the same, from financial stuff, people got, somebody might loan somebody some money some years back and nobody know.
Right.
That's what the beef is really about.
Man, yeah.
It's some money that ain't come back.
Some origin somewhere, you feel me?
Right. But the idea that, like, we don't have families. We don't know how to do family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then that trickles down. And I think we're circling back to the teacher dynamic, because I think that was really important what you said about having patience, right?
Yes.
And going into that situation, like this person has preconceived ideas about what we're like
already.
And before I assume which ones they think are true, let me let them talk long enough to tell me.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna say it. They're gonna oh, your mom?
Oh yeah.
Your dad? Oh, your dad's here.
Yeah.
He's alive.
Yeah.
Or he's not
He's not in jail.
He's not in jail?
Yeah.
Oh, I know it's really hard times. I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
man, the biggest thing I try to point out to people is that most of us grew up either just above poverty, or as I like to say, broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you got, lights is on, you got some food, maybe not the best food, but you got something.
But you got something.
You know what I mean? And you got some, maybe you got enough heat, some blankets. You mostly cool.
Yeah.
That living in that environment of scarcity changes the way you perceive and way you move through life. Right. And that is a bigger thing than, their daddies is gone and everybody this and that. It's like, nah, man, it's like when you be scripting and scraving and trying to figure out how you gonna keep certain parts of your pride and other things up when you don't have much, it makes you operate differently.
Man, the struggle is real. Yeah. At all times. You know what I'm saying?
And so saying that to say that when I don't know what they sell in the I don't know what they call them now, but it used to be like they gotta learn about their culture. What I mean? It'd be like, my culture is not single parents. Yeah. Like, I'm saying, the Moynihan report from the 60s, man. Yeah. Like it's 2020.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just update the data. So I'm like, one more question.
Speak on it, baby.
About that experience. What's something as a parent? Can I say how many kids you as a parent?
Yeah, I got 5. Yeah, I count 6 though, because I got my nephew Roman.
Yeah. Oh, my man.
Yeah. See, I got my nephew. He was the only child. So the weird part about my family, big family, nobody has kids. So all my cousins, 40 plus, like, I don't want no kids. Which is also another. Let's take away from the stereotype. Black people having kids, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Teenage, no. My family's the exact opposite. Everybody's grown. No, I don't want any kids. I'm cool. 40, everybody's 40 plus now. Late 30s, 40s. No, I don't want any kids. I got kids. And then my sister Carla, she has a son, Roman. And her kid absolutely is the exact same age as my twins. Yeah. I mean, literally, if you remember my twins, Hayden and Reagan. Absolutely. So, man, he's always been with me. Yeah. Literally. Like, man, he don't want to be with you. He got a house full of cousins. You know what I'm saying? Why he want to sit at home with you? Only child. You feel me? So I count him 6 kids.
6 kids. So what is something, because you a phrase you used to say about parenting. It's when you
talk to me.
If you only got 2, you don't know what it's like.
No, man, you don't know what it's like.
What is the aspect of having that many babies, that many kids in your family? What's something that folks may not understand about what family life is like when you got that many kids?
Man, so when you have, I feel bad about that, because I used to tell people all the time, you only got 1 kid? Oh, man, you don't know what's up. Or you only got 2 kids? Oh, man, you don't know what's up. But me growing up, but me having just a bunch of kids, man, it's just you grow together. Mm-hmm. And you're dealing with so many different personalities, and you got to deal with so many different emotions, and you gotta hug and nurture every single one differently. Mm-hmm. You can't treat everybody the same. So that's one thing me and my wife Robin always loved. We had 6 different people, literally same age, because everybody's just a year apart. But you got to raise literally 6 different people. And these 6 different people have different emotions, different likes, dislikes, and all that. So I like the fact that there's so many, and you have to cater to each one. And not only are you raising them, but they're raising you as well. Because I've learned so much from all my kids, literally. And literally they know, you've raised me. And I might be grown and I might be the dad, but in theory, man, I'm still a kid myself. Mm-hmm. So not only can they say, I appreciate you being my parent, but, man, hey, I appreciate you being my kids. Like, for real, I'm learning so much, so, and it's not boring.
Oh, yeah, no.
The house was always cracking, like, for real,
Yeah.
Straight up, and I love it.
Yeah, I got 2. Yeah, I'm out the game. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
But the especially they gotten older.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like, and they become more of their Cause they always were their own little person, but when they're
Yeah.
little, like, you know, they still like need to eat. They like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, when they get older though, they start like making choices.
Yeah.
You know, they be like, you know, my son, Freedom, you
Yeah.
know, Freedom. Freedom's
Yeah.
joint is if he doesn't, I'll say there's food in the refrigerator, and he opens it, and if his circuitry doesn't quickly identify, he decides there's nothing to eat.
Yeah.
And he's like, I gotta go.
Fridge full of food, though.
I'm like, it's food right there.
Yeah.
Man. Like, you gonna warm that up? He's like, oh, I didn't know what that was. Well, did you open it?
Word. You know what I'm
And
saying?
it's not like, and the boy is smart. The boy
Right,
does
of
all
course.
kinds of other stuff. And I'm like, wow, that was amazing. Can you open the container, brother?
And see what's in it.
You look in there.
Yeah.
Now, the other one,
Mm-hmm.
Laya, my
Yeah.
daughter who I love, she makes weird stuff. That's right. I've said it on the internet. It's like, she makes weird stuff. Like, she'll cook something, and I'll be like, Laya, I know you know how to cook. What is that? She's like, I'm like, well, as long as you eat it. Now, and
More power to you. Put some everything
Yeah, I
tastes
mean-
good with ketchup. You feel me?
what's something that has surprised you that, you know, one of your babies has done or did in the house if you all right sharing?
Oh,
put them out on
man.
the streets if they gonna come back at me.
Man, let me explain something to you. My house, let's just say this, man. If cameras were up in my house and there's a reality show, man, I'd be a billionaire, man. All the dumb shit I've seen in my house, man. I sat there like, what did I just see, man? I can say what the funniest but weirdest things is my daughter, Morgan. Now she's the youngest girl. She's a sophomore in college right now. She's the youngest girl, but she is by far the toughest. I'll say that. She kind of would run everybody with an iron fist. And no matter what, my oldest daughter, Kenny or Reagan, would say, whatever, you know, I'm the oldest, whatever. No. Morgan was like, no. You know,
I'm in charge around here.
This is my shit. So the weirdest thing I've ever seen is I'm standing in the kitchen. Kenny walks in. That's my daughter, Kenny. Her name's Mackenzie. Never called her Mackenzie once in her life. It's just Kenny. She walks in from Wendy's. She's got a little burger. She's standing in the kitchen. We're talking. She's eating her burger. Morgan walks up, just stands there, looks at her, gives her a look, and then just puts her hand out. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? Kenny said, oh, and then gave her the burger. And then Morgan started eating the burger. And I said, wait a minute, what the hell did I just see? Morgan looked at me and said, it's magic, Daddy. I said, what the fuck is going on here? I said, Kenny, you just gonna let her punk you and give her your burger? Oh, Daddy, it's okay, I ain't tripping. Man, what? And Morgan looked at me, smiled, walked off, ate the burger. I said, oh my God. It was that point where I started realizing the dynamics of who's running this house when it comes to the kids. And it was Morgan. Oh. And that's my baby to this day.
That's all done.
No, she's a G for that. And after that, I started seeing it all across the board. She was just on some, she wouldn't even have to say shit. She would just, they knew. Let me do it Morgan once.
Right. Let me go ahead. It's easier if I just go ahead and comply.
Let me save myself. You know what I'm saying? Hey, stop resisting. Straight up. But that's all day, fam.
Man.
We can be here all day talking about what goes on in my house. We've got time constraints.
Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to give a nugget. You know what I'm saying? And share.
The Slater
crazy.
house, bro. That's all I can say. PPS has changed rules, all kind of shit because of the Slaters, man. We're known in this town for doing dumb shit. You laughing, but these are facts.
I know.
Yeah.
I was thinking about like the those stuff that you grow up with your siblings, even especially around food. Because the one thing that like me, one of my triggers, even now I find myself, me and my brother, we shared everything
Right.
for the most part, but you can't touch my plate.
Yeah.
Like literally, like you ever see one of them videos and like it's a dog and somebody's moving the dog bowl and the dog get that growl. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, my internal organs are going.
That's how you are, huh?
Like, why you touching my plate, man?
Yeah, I understand.
Get away from my. Stop looking at my plate.
Yeah.
This is all mine. This is mine. I'm gonna
Yeah.
eat this. So that's crazy.
Yeah, that won't work at my house.
Gave up the burger
Yeah, hey,
because we would have fought.
Bro, I
Me
don't
and my
think you're-
brother would have been wrestling.
Hey, man.
Nobody would have got the burger. Burger would have went outside and did the trash or something because we would have.
She should have did that because she passed it. It was like, she was like, oh, okay. And put it in her hand, bro. I said, oh, my. So that goes down.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a pivot on her. I got two things written down I wanted to get you to see. One was in the time I've known you,
Right.
you've always been a stylish individual. You got certain
Getting
flavor.
dressed?
Yeah, you got
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, coordinating, laying out various things. What is something, at least for you, from how you compose yourself, how you carry yourself, that you think about that like motivates the way you choose sort of your presentation? You know what I mean? The way you dress and things.
Getting dressed, man, I think being deprived as a child of clothes, so one thing about me growing up, I had 2 sisters, and it was me. Mm-hmm. And my mother used to always say, well, a boy doesn't need such and such and such. Mm-hmm. A female does. And so my sisters had all the gear.
They had everything.
For me, it was simple, though. A few pair of pants, 2 pair of shoes, one for school, one for church. Shit you not. She would say that, a man only needs 2 pair of shoes, one for school. Yet my sisters, they got all the sandals and all this. They got the salt waters and shit. They looking fly, and I'm trying to look fly, but I'm limited. You feel me?
Back there and boxed you in.
Yeah. And it wasn't a matter of being able to afford because, the money was there. My mom was an accountant, so, the money was there. But it was just like, no, you don't need that. Mm-hmm. And so me growing up looking at my sisters killing it, and I'm like, ain't this a bitch? You know what I'm saying? So as I was able to get older and get a job, man, clothes. Mm-hmm. I purchased clothes, and I've always admired the way people look. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I like to get dressed, but simple. For me, it's simple itself. So I'm not into all the Gucci's and all that type of shit because to me, that don't mean it's fresh to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So for me, man, I'll rock anything, fam. I kid you not. Walmart, motherfucking came. I don't give a goddamn. If it looks fresh, I'm rocking it. Like, for real. And that's just to me. Yeah. But then again, I'll still throw on some what you might consider, nice stuff. But that's not because of the label. It's because I like the way that looks. Mm-hmm. Like the colors. So colors and all that. So now that I'm older, I'm known for how I dress. But I'm not even trying to be fresh like that. It's just how I get down. Mm. And I'm black, and bro, I just bought my first coat pair of Jordans a couple weeks ago. I bought some Jordans, man. Yeah. I broke the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I think you was the only other one in the club with me.
Man, so you know how we got down with Air Force One. I got you your phone pops. Back. You still got them?
Yes, sir.
I sold mine. I was mad too.
Yeah, I still got them. I was thinking about them. I was like, man, I'm just keep holding on.
Yeah, and
I break them out every once in a while.
I got too much stuff, so I literally started to give it away or just sell it off, you know? But man, getting dressed and all that, man, I love it. I like to just put on whatever, as long as it matches. But I'll wear, like I said, I got on some Crocs right now, and I get clowned by some people because I wear Crocs. And I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? Man, do you? Or I'll wear some Red Wing boots, which I at this point in life, I love a lot of Red Wings. And they cost a grip, and I've got about 14 pair of Red Wings. And then Air Force Ones, Vans. Man, I wear whatever, like literally. So if you see me, I get clowned by some people because the way I look, it's just I guess I'm not stereotypical, what you might call nigga, the way I dress, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kid you not, bro. I'll get like, man, what the hell is this nigga got on? This nigga got on flat. I'm like, man, whatever, bro. But then, like, when I open my mouth, and I'm like, okay, that's something different. You know what I'm saying?
He's not who I thought he might be.
He's not who I thought he was. You feel me? Okay, he's, I don't know what's the word, hood? Because I'm not hood, but,
I think that's the word people like to use.
Yeah.
I don't.
It has to be another word because hood has that negative. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like you have no training, no home training, no upbringing, and all that. So we got to find us a word.
Yeah, I just like I don't know. I just said I don't know. I'm black, man. I've been black the whole time. I was gonna
say, oh, he's black. Oh no, he's black.
Oh, he's black. I thought he was doing some other stuff. Like, nah, man, I'm black, man. I do my thing. I'm self-styled. You know what I'm saying? You get your own self-style. We say, self-style wisdom, self-style flavor. Like this.
Absolutely.
How I move.
When I open my mouth, it's abundantly clear. Yeah. No, he's black.
Yeah, he's not from he must be from. They like to say the suburbs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, no, man. I would never in the history of the earth, man.
Yeah, I mean,
don't confuse me. I love black people.
It sound like it too. It sound like it there though. Your moms might have pulled a reverse on you. Like I'm gonna deprive him a little bit. So like.
Man, no, that's how she thought.
Once he get his own, he'll be like, man, she ain't never gonna give me no clothes. I'm gonna get, I am not, he's not gonna be like little prince up in here, little king of the castle, all loved up.
It wasn't no reverse. That's just how she thought, man. Like she was word up with that. You know what I'm saying? Plus she grew up with sisters.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, her thought process was, oh man, dudes don't need this, man. Why not? You know what I'm saying? So I grew up like, man, first thing I'm buying shoes. And I have a shoe fetish. I do. I have over 1,000 pair of shoes. And it just is what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
I've seen some of the pictures.
Yeah.
You shown me.
Over
I've
1,000
seen the
pair,
various
man.
flavors and what have you. It's fresh. Good time. All right, we good. I'm gonna ask you maybe like 2 more.
You good.
Thanks.
Man, do you, fam.
Good money.
You know what I'm saying? Do you.
Where you at with the working out these days? I know you was avid.
Yeah.
Avid.
So I've slowed down once I've gotten older.
Mm-hmm.
But if you recall, when I first came down, I was 400 from the gate. You know what I'm saying? And I found out I was 400 pounds a year after Corbin was born. So 16 years ago is when I first started. And it's a struggle. It's a struggle every day. But I think I've gotten to a point where I'm in a rhythm where if I get to a certain point where I get on the scale or my belt loops, you know, the holes in the belt.
You got to adjust the belt loop?
That's what I know. Okay, let me get on the scale real quick. And then it's like, oh, shit, you sitting at 250. So I'm sitting at right now about 230 and some a little over 230. But, man, a couple months ago, I was 260. Not even realizing because, you know, baking is good and whatnot. You know, you get your milkshakes because, you know, you get a little too comfortable. But then once the clothes start to feel a little bit, it's like, hold on, fam, let me get on the scale. And it's like, oh, shit. So then I get back to the gym. Right. And so it's a must every day because, you know, I keep remembering 400. That's it. This is that 400. And it's just, you know, people say, I got to go on a diet. I'm like, man, no, it ain't no diet, man. You got to just, it's lifestyle change. You know what I'm saying? You got to adjust your way of thinking, man. So I can basically kind of eat anything I want and not really gain a lot of weight. It's because it's portion control. Let me just get a taste.
Get a
little taste, and it reminds me of, oh, I used to fuck this up way back in the days.
Yeah, I mean, I see that because I think one of the, one, if you keep doing all kinds of different diets, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing keto, I'm doing the keto, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, all that nonsense.
Now I'm doing this, now I'm not doing those. I'm vegan for 3 months, you know what I mean, because I couldn't keep it up. You know, vegan's a lot of work for people that don't know. Man. You know what I mean, I was vegetarian for a long time, and that's not as hard because you can, you know, eat some eggs, you mix some other stuff in there if you're struggling. But the vegan piece can be challenging.
That's different, huh?
You just jump into it. You know what I'm saying? And people get scared and just jump into it. And I'll be like, ugh, you might want to ease in, man.
Do some research.
do a little research. That might not. But with food, the
we can rob.
I don't know. Oh, hold on. Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Nah, you good.
Hello.
Thank
you. It threw me off real quick.
You mean today then? You want us to skip vacuuming today?
Oh, yeah, you probably skip. Okay. Thank you.
And back to regular scheduled program.
But the, where was I at?
Oh, you're talking about veganism and all that good stuff.
Yeah, food, but like it's not. It is easier to just change how you are living altogether. Yeah. Than to try to do some kind of special thing.
Yeah, it takes
for a couple of months.
It's a mental thing that at first. So when I was really big back in the days, my younger cousin Dominic, he was a trainer, personal trainer. He used to always call me, because I was so big, Jimmy Dean or Bacon. And that was literally his name for me. He'd be like, Bacon, what's up? What we doing today? Or Jimmy, you know, Jimmy Dean sausage. So now realizing, bro, you just calling me a fat motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I was so used to him talking to me like that.
You didn't pick up on it.
Nah, but you know.
Or it didn't faze you.
It didn't faze me, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he wouldn't really call him like, you fat motherfucker. But, you know, hey, you know, Jimmy. So he'd always like, bro, get your ass in the gym. Come to the gym with me. So I finally started going to the gym with him. And it was so many times we were about to fight because he wouldn't let me quit, you know? And he would get into my head mentally because he knew you can't not stay away from the food. He would tell me all the time, sit around that shit. Don't not walk down the aisles of the grocery store. He tell me, nigga, walk past this shit. You gotta not want it, you know? And like certain things, I'm gonna tell you 2 things he'd always tell me. He'd be like, cause I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna eat fruit. I'm gonna just eat fruit. I'm gonna eat fruit. And I'm like, God damn, nigga, I'm not gaining no weight. And he's like, nigga, 5 pounds of apples is still 5 pounds. Like, why the fuck you want to eat, you know? He's like, think about that. I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. And then, I'll never forget this day. We're sitting there at a Mexican restaurant, and I've got food left on my plate, even though I feel satisfied. And he's like, throw it away. You know, he's like, bro, you satisfied? I said, yeah. He said, you full? I said, yeah. He said, man, okay, throw it away. He's like, I'm like, nah, nigga, I still got a lot of food left. He's like, no, man, throw it away. He started telling me, you don't have to see the bottom, which means you don't need to see the bottom of your plate. And you know, for us growing up, your parents like, you better not throw that food away.
Eat every crumb.
Yeah, you better not wasting. You know what I'm saying? So I'm arguing with this dude in the restaurant, like, man, I'm not about to throw my food away. So he leans over and spits in my plate, bro. And he said, well, go on, eat it then. I was like, motherfucker. But it registered. Yeah. I don't need to see the bottom. Yeah. And so over time, it just became a slow process where the weight just started coming off naturally. And, you know, just being around him working out for years, it just came off naturally. And so for me, it's just a matter of I stick to those two things. You know, 5 pounds is still 5 pounds no matter what. And you don't need to see the bottom. So I always throw away the last 2 or 3 bites of food, even though my mind is still like, kill that. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, nope, because I've just trained myself, get rid of it. And I've also learned to love water, and I eat a lot of salads. Like, if you know me, if you see me on the daily, they be like, this nigga getting a salad again. Damn, I'm tired of salad slate. Let's go somewhere else for lunch. I'm like, man, dude, I'm just used to salads. Yeah. You know what I'm
about to eat this.
Yeah. And another thing I do to maintain is I don't eat past 8 p.m. It's like, you know, I got a window intermittent fasting from noon till 8, and I just adopted that probably within the last maybe 4 months because I just ran across that on Pinterest just on accident, and then just learned about the diamond eggs and how your body works and scientific aspects of it, how your body processes and what it does. Yeah. And researched that and started it, and then I kid you not, naturally, it just came down more, and you're not even hungry anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or late nights, like, well, I gotta eat. Man, after like maybe a week, because you're mentally like, oh, I got to get something. But then after that, you ain't think about it anymore. Yeah,
but that's the power of something with habit. Yeah, because once you break out of the like, especially if you was like big breakfast dude. You know what I'm saying? And then like, I need big lunch. I need big dinner. Like once you and that's how you feel. Like, and you looking forward to it. You thinking about it. I can't wait to eat that burger. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to get home and eat a steak. You're going to get a burger, a steak, and a plate of bacon and eggs and grits. Unless you about to go bust down the back 40. No. Fam, you don't need that. You're going to expand, brother. Yeah. Like, you're going to have too much in your system.
And that's not good. Yeah. And it feels good, though. Like, it literally feels good physically. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know it was going to come to this, but physically, I feel better not eating into the night. Yeah. Like, I sleep better and I wake up, you know, early. Like, I wake up before the alarm now. My body wakes myself up. Right. So it actually feels good, man.
No. Yeah. Man. So, so we towards the, you know, the window closing and the support staff is it's making various sounds.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, really? She's always doing it. She still wanted to come in.
She had to get it done.
Man, not I'll be right back. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just grab that real quick.
And it kept coming back and forth.
The rent's good here, though.
So, yeah, it's all good. Do what you do.
Tell me this. So this is a question I've been working on my outro. Mm-hmm. Can you give me? Can you think of either maybe a record or a song or album, or even that you felt you remember one way, right? Mm-hmm. And now when you listen to it, you be like, you feel a different way about it. You know what I mean? You experience it a little bit different than maybe, you know what I mean, you did when you hear it when you was a younger man.
Man, you know, truth be told, like I said, my musical, it goes everywhere. Yeah. But songs I listen to, it's like I actually hear them now. Mm-hmm. Opposed to just bob my head like, oh, this is a cut. Yeah. And now it's like, oh, damn, I didn't realize he was saying that. You know, so like the song, I can say that's messing with me right now because it's like, damn, that's so real. It's Ice Cube's Summer Vacation. Oh, yeah. You know, I've always thought, oh, that's a cut because me and all my partners, my homie got shot. He's a goner, black, you know, say, look, this is what they cornerback. So we like, But now it's just like, I listened to it and I actually had to pull up the lyrics because I heard one part and I was like, okay, wait a minute. Reading the lyrics is like, God damn, that resonates. Mm-hmm. Because me being from L.A. and then coming up here to Oregon, I had to go back and forth because, you know, due to divorce, every summer I was in L.A., Compton and Watts. And I seen gangbanging. Mm-hmm. You know, then I come up here, I'm like, y'all ain't gangbanging right. You know what I'm saying? that ain't how you do it. And I'm like, wait a minute, how are y'all claiming, you know, Hoover? Y'all ain't from Hoover Street. You know, wait a minute, y'all ain't from Pyru Street. Where y'all? I'm confused about this up here. I used to think these dudes is weird. You know what I'm saying? But now that I've got older and I listen to that song, it makes so much sense. Because being down there, living up here, and then you look at that song, the lyrics, man, it is to a T. What happened? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, goddamn. So I do that with a lot of songs, and I don't realize it. Songs I listen to, and I listen to the lyrics opposed to before I was just bobbing my head. And that could be any song. Like, I kid you not, I was listening to Depeche Mode yesterday when I was sitting there bowling. And it was a song, Policy of Truth, you know, old school, man. And I'm listening to it, and I was just like, damn, I don't think I've ever listened to the lyrics. Like, and it's in depth. As my ears are making me actually hear stuff now. And it's like, yeah, this is actually a cut. Like in real, I don't know. I mean, you all across the board too. You can listen to everything, but you know, I'm listening to Depeche Mode, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, God damn, he's making some. You know,
he's speaking on some things.
He's speaking on some things, man. Policy of Truth. So now I've been just bumping it since yesterday. Old school, man. But like I said, man, I'm all across the board, man. And I bless my mom with that. So I can say that moving here put me at the all white school where I'm forced to adapt. You know what I'm saying, to what you might call white ways. You know, I was a product of my environment then. So I'd be in Northeast Portland listening to, you know, my mom's whatever, Gladys Knight and all that. And then once I got a little order Run DMC, but then I'm downtown, I'm listening to The Clash. I'm listening to U2, all that, you know, Thompson Twins, everything. So I literally...
You're moving between
everything,
multiple worlds and
taking
what you like.
From all of it. So I've learned to adapt to everything, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So the weird part is, can I think like a white person? Yeah, I can. Like, for real, I really can, man, because it's like, because I grew up, you know, around the white people, man, you know, so my wife laughs at me. She's like, man, how the fuck would you know that? I'm like, man, maybe because, you know, 1st through 6th grade.
I was with these other folks.
I was with these other folks, man.
And what they talking about, they come into school, talk about stuff that's important to them, that's different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you go, okay.
I can understand. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's all love. So yeah, certain songs like that, man, I would give it like that. The first one's my Summer Vacation, and then the second one yesterday was Policy of Truth, Depeche Mode. Man.
Put the link to that in the show notes.
You have to do it, man.
Yeah, but I gotta listen. I feel like I know Depeche Mode songs, but I don't. It's one of them like, all right, I know I've heard of Depeche Mode. I know I've seen Depeche Mode songs.
Yeah.
I know, but it's like the song name, like the song names and the artist, you know what I mean? But then there's probably songs. But okay, I know that one.
Yeah, once you hear
I know that one.
Once you hear it, you'll be like, yeah, okay, yeah, I remember that.
Because as an older friend of mine used to say, like, you know, when you were old enough to listen to the radio before hip hop was on the radio, you like listen to other stuff. You know what I'm saying? You had
exactly
because it just wasn't on the radio. You just didn't. You did not have the option to listen to, you know, all day hip hop. You know what I mean? So you listen to pop, you listen to, you know, classic rock. You listen to, you know, I grew up in New Jersey, in Delaware Valley, so we listen to DAS. You know what I mean? Which was soul and R&B and all that.
We didn't even have that here.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say, at least you was East Coast. You was a little closer for that. We didn't have that here.
Yeah, I remember I got off the plane here the first time to visit, and he's like, yeah, oh, you guys visiting? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, well, you know, we got the stations that plays R&B because of the Blazers. And I was like,
what the fuck?
I was like, because of the Blazers?
Yeah, because of the Blazers.
My man.
Yeah.
You think that the whole radio station like started so that Rasheed Wallace would be comfortable? I mean, I think Rasheed's a great guy. But that's some silly shit you just said.
But guess what? Basically, he was true. Like, for real. I bullshit aside. 95.5 and all that back in the day. Yeah, we didn't have, man, when that started, we was like, ooh, what the hell? And it was Rasheed Wallace. Yeah, we bringing this to, and he was always on the radio like, hey, yeah, you know. I was like, oh, straight up. I love, to this day, Rasheed Wallace is my favorite of all time NBA player of all time. Right. Like, shit you not, man.
Simon Gratz on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love Sheet.
Yeah, and he wore Air Force Ones, too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, tell you a story real quick. I love Rasheed, but he's a bitch ass nigga. So I gotta tell the story. We gonna close it out, whatever. So I'm trying to get into the club, right? And one thing I've always loved about him is he was like me. I'm gonna wear Air Force Ones, and Air Force One is my thing. So I'm trying to get into the club. And they're like, you can't get in with tennis shoes. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, he got in with tennis shoes. Why he got on tennis shoes? I'm thinking, okay, she's not gonna let me in because I'm black. She come up with some people, and he was looked at me. I didn't know him. And he just looked down at my feet, and he saw I had on some ones, right? And he was like, what's wrong? I said, man, you know, they won't let me in the club. I got on tennis shoes. And he had on some ones. So he looked at the dude, and he was like, he with me. And so the bouncer was like, okay. So they let me in. I was like, oh, straight up, fam, good looking out. So I'm thinking I'm fresh, like, oh, Rashid Wells, that's the partner now. So we right as soon as we 2 steps in the door, I'm like, hey, man, thanks for, good luck. He just nudged me off. He's like, he said, all right, then, get on, fam. I was like, nigga, fuck you. But I was like, straight up. You know what I'm saying?
He wanted to let you know it was love, but
get on.
But his limits.
Hey, and oh, God, he put that elbow out he was like, all right, then, get on.
That's me.
Fuck Rashid. But that's my dude.
That is I think that's a perfect place for us to close.
It's all love, man.
Carlton Slater, thank you for joining me.
Hey, I appreciate it. My dude, Jess.
My love.
All right.
This has been the Ask Your Old Head podcast with Justice Rajee. Thank you for listening. Peace. Thank you for listening to the Ask Your Old Head podcast with Justice Rajee. Thank you to my guest, Carlton Slater. To all the Slater family, if you happen to listen to this, thank you for, being family and being who you are. Thank you to you, the listener. Please rate, subscribe, share, all those things. Find us on all of the places you can find podcasts for free. Also, please take a look at AskYourOldhead.com. That's where I also will post the audio to every episode. You can't find it anywhere else. And more often, in the coming weeks, some more writing and new pictures and photos will be up. There'll be some photos up of my guest Carlton soon. And please, in these times, be safe, be wise. Some folks have taken a very strident and I think foolish position about the basic reality of what we're dealing with. And I would ask you, for the sake of others, to be cautious, be careful, and take care. Thank you for listening. Peace.